Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy James from What's Your Forte, and we got the turbo inlets in. They came in super quick, as you guys can see right here. So they came in super quick, and as if you guys watched my last video, I did the inventory carbon intake, and now the inlets in. So let's go ahead and get the inlets. It's better to do this all at once, but the ones I got sent were the ones I got sent were the wrong ones. So we gotta do what we gotta do. And it makes me make another video for you guys. So let's go ahead and get these turbo inlets installed. Special shout out again goes to Keys Motorsports for getting these shipped out super quick. It wasn't their fault on why I got the wrong ones, but they fixed it anyway, took care of it. So best service around, Keys Motorsports. Appreciate it. Now let's get these installed. All right, everyone. So as you guys know, here is the inventory carbon fiber intake system for this car. Beautiful piece. Everything works good. Y'all heard the sound clips in the last video. So in order to get the turbo inlets installed, we do have to pull most of this stuff off. We do have to take off the inlet tubes and all that. It's pretty simple. So it's not the worst thing in the world. So to get the engine cover off, what you want to do, always pull from the back corner first. Lift up, other corner, lift up, and then the front piece just pops right off too. And boom, there you go. So we'll lay this off to the side. All right, and now we have everything right here. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna take off one side here. Go ahead and take this inlet tube off, disconnect it from this in front inlet, air inlet right here, and then go ahead and get this off. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen these right here, these clamps, so we can get this off, all right? We're gonna take this 7mm, get this off. And I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the bottom one as well, just cause, I mean, we're gonna have to take it off anyway. So while we're at it, let's go ahead and loosen it. And while I have it out, I'll go ahead and do the other side too, cause we gotta do both inlets. So, all right, so all that is good. So now we should be able to lift up and bring it to yourself. So I'll probably lift up and go like that, all right? All right, hopefully I don't struggle too much. That's good there. So just take your time. You know, you don't want to break anything. All right, that pulls up. Then then I lifted that after I lifted the back, and now it lifts right out. There you go. Nice. All right, so now this turbo inlet is out. I mean, now this intake tube is out. Go ahead and pull this hose clamp. Pull the hose, set it off to the side, just so it's not in the way. And now I'm gonna work on getting this turbo inlet out, all right? All right, everyone, so for the turbo inlet, you're gonna need to take like a little pick tool and get up in there, and this little piece right here. And then you'll take a pick tool, get in there, lift that up. And then down here at the turbo, which you guys can kind of see right there, there's like another little clamp, metal clamp that hooks to the turbo inlet to the turbo. And you will need to get like a little pick tool to get in there, lift that up, kind of pull it towards you to loosen that clamp that hooks right to the turbo, the inlet to the turbo. And then you'll have this little hose right here that you can kind of see. Let me brighten it up a little bit. This hose running right here that connects to the inlet. On this side, you just need to kind of wiggle it and get it out of this slot. And that's it, man. It's pretty simple. It's actually it's not that bad to get it out. All right, and you don't need to take this off. I think there are instructions, some instructions that say take this off. You don't have to take this off to get the inlet off. It probably would help, but you don't have to do it. And I'm all about removing the least amount of things as possible. So let's go ahead and get this inlet out. I'm gonna try to keep the camera going, and then I'll kind of talk you guys through it on this one, all right? Let's get to it. All right, everyone, as stated before, pick tools is what you'll need. I'll grab like a curved or 90-degree one, sort of like this, and that will get the job done. And also grab a flathead in case you may need it. I don't necessarily think you will need it, but just in case. So I'm gonna go down here. Boom, lift that up like I stated before. So that one's good to go. Now we gotta go down to where the turbo inlet is. Connect it to the turbo, kind of lift up on the metal clamp. And usually once I get it up, I like to get behind it, kind of lift it towards me, and bring it off the turbo. And you'll know when you have the whole thing off the turbo. Now I'm gonna get this hose, push this hose away from the turbo inlet. All right, that's off of that. All right, if you pull, so right now I'm pulling on the turbo inlet and it's not moving. So that means this clamp is still in. And once I take it off, I kind of show you guys, I'll give you guys a better angle. It's just kind of tough to video this and do it at the same time. So I'm just trying to work this off the turbo. So to kind of give you an idea of how this was on here, this little metal clamp was down and there's these little grooves on the stock system. And this went down into the grooves on the stock system and it clamps into whatever this goes onto. So if you get this, work it and get this off, this no longer gives you a good connection. And you can just pull it right off. And then this one just slides right off too. So yeah, pretty simple. And that's where that hose was connected into. You see that little piece right there where the hose is connected to, and you're good to go. So now the next part would be, there's a gasket in here. This gasket needs to be transferred to the new turbo inlet. Pay attention to the way this gasket is laid, aligned in here, because you have to do the turbo inlet the same way. But yeah, other than that, we're good to go to the next step. All right, so here is the stock inlet as I was talking about before. So I'm gonna go into here with a pick tool and kind of take out that gasket, which I just did right there. All right, move that to the side. Transfer this gasket over to the new Venturi unit. So you want to make sure it's the same way. All right, boom. All right, that gasket's in the same way. So we are ready for the next step. So the turbo inlet's going to go like that in there. You will see some indentions in here. They just try to maximize size and keep a smooth flow. So they do have these indents to kind of fit around piping and all that. So that's just kind of how this works. And this is going to go right down in here. You can kind of see the grooves where this fits. You got this little lip part that kind of sticks up right here. That's where this part's going to go down into, and it's going to kind of go around like that. All right, so you just kind of put this down into there, and then you're good to go. So let me go ahead and get this fitted. You guys wish me luck. So what I typically like to do is like halfway fit this in, so I have something to kind of work with, because once it gets down there, it's kind of tough to kind of get this in there. So I kind of like to halfway put this on. But you can't have it in the slots. So I kind of like to lay it off to the side, kind of like this. So when I get it in there, I can just push forward and it'll clip in like it's supposed to. So it's kind of just the way I do it. You can kind of figure out what works best for you, but that's kind of the way I've always done these. So just gonna feed it back over, trying to get everything lined up there. You hear that sound, that's how you know it's gotten in to where the turbo is. All right, I'm just gonna lean forward, make sure everything looks good. I'm gonna make sure this Venturi turbo inlet is pushed up against the turbo. Now I'm gonna work my clamps back into position. So just gotta push these to fit those holes. Come on, baby. Well, I think So I got a piece of something. Part of the little clamp grabbed onto a wire here and it wouldn't go into position. So I'm gonna pull this back out. All right, now we're gonna try this again. All right, that looks good. Everything looks seated. Everything looks seated. All right, easy money. All right, everything's good. All right, I got everything seated. I'm kind of pulling against the turbo inlet just to make sure it's not gonna fly off, and it doesn't. I have noticed, like, if you look at it at this point, it does move a little bit. That is perfectly fine. Once you get everything mounted into place, it isn't gonna move. So now we got the top hose here. Just gonna pull it towards the venturi unit. It kind of gets into place, and then push the top pin down. You're good to go. And now everything is in place. That was actually almost too easy. All right, so now the next part is just reverse of everything we did. So we're gonna take this hose clamp, put it back onto the venturi unit, put our venturi unit back on, do the same thing on the other side, and we're good to go. So it's kind of reverse. I'm not gonna video the same thing over because I've already showed you guys how to do all that. This video is mainly about the inlet and how it's gonna sound, and does it increase sound. So now that the inlet's in, I'm gonna go ahead and put the other side in, get everything buttoned up, ready to go. And when I come back, it'll be sound clips. All right, let's get to it. All right, everyone, so the inlets are in, man. Look at them right there. Get a nice little up close and personal look at them on both sides. And then just kind of looking at it right there. Beautiful piece, man. Just a beautiful system designed by Venturi. It's gonna look really good at Invasion, man. So this year I will be at Invasion. I won't be outside looking in. I'm going because I'm back in the Beamer now, and I will be at the Keys booth showcasing all this. So, and I got a lot more coming. So y'all make sure y'all stay subscribed up. But we're gonna go ahead and give you guys some sound clips. Let's get to it. All right, everyone, so we are back in the whip, and I told you guys I was gonna bring you guys some sound clips. So the turbo inlets are installed, so I'm just right now just driving around right now, trying to get the car a little bit more warmed up before we start doing some testing. So I would say initially it doesn't sound like it's much louder. It kind of feels like the sound comes in a little bit earlier. It doesn't take as much effort initially to get the sound out of the car. So that's kind of a good thing too. So as soon as I get up here to this little corner up here, and I turn, then I'm going to kind of give it some more gas, and we'll see what we can get. A little bit. Okay. I want to say you can hear a little bit more noise. And this is comfort. I want to say you can definitely hear a little bit more noise. Is it like a night and day difference? No, but you definitely can hear a little bit more noise. say initially, I feel like you can hear it a little bit earlier, and then there is more noise. There is a little bit more noise. I can definitely confirm that. Now, like I said, is it a lot more noise? No, but there is a little bit more noise. Sounds like kind of a little bit of a blow-off valve to it. That's crazy. It's like it's sneezing. All right, let's go ahead and go to Sport Plus. Yeah, it's louder. It's a little bit louder. Sorry, there's a train kind of opposite of me. So if y'all hear any background train noise, that's what it is. It sounds like a snarling dragon, and then the snarling dragon like sneezes. So it's kind of a crazy noise, man. It's just how the turbos, how this car sounds. The F90 had a similar sound through the intakes when you can hear it, but it definitely wasn't this loud in the cabin on the F90. I really hope all that picks up in the camera, man, because that is a great noise. All right, so I found a little back road here, so I'm gonna give it a nice little punch. I'm not gonna launch it because there's a lot of rocks, and it's not a straight road. I don't like to launch if it's not a straight road. I just don't want to take any chances, but I will give it a nice little punch from standstill, so y'all can get like a full rev range of everything. I got it in manual mode, everything Sport Plus. So let's see what this thing fully sounds like. We'll give it the full beans. There are a couple rocks here, so if I take it a little easy, that will be the reason why. Let's get it. Speed pretty quick. This sounds really good. I really hope you guys can hear that. All right, I think I drove around enough to give you guys a final verdict. Turbo inlets, I think, are worth it. I would say the throttle response seems to be a little bit better too, which I did notice that in my F90, and you do get a little bit more sound. And they just look nice underneath the engine bay. If you already have the Venturi intakes, go ahead and get the inlets. I'll be linking them down below. You can get it from Keys Motorsports. They can get them shipped out to you super quick. So I will say that yeah, I would recommend the turbo inlets. If you already have the Venturi intakes, get the inlets. So it's just go ahead and buy it together, get it all at one time, and then when you do the install, it's already there, you know. So that's the way I would recommend it, and I definitely would recommend them to anyone that wants to maximize the sound out of your X5M. We all know, all the X5M owners know, the number two complaint with this car is probably the sound, that it's just a little muted for an M car. So I'll be working on some more sound. I think I have an exhaust option coming, maybe mid-pipe, also a secondary. So we're gonna be getting that going as well. And a cop is somewhere, so that's why my radar's going off. So I'm gonna be taking it a little easy. But that's gonna be today's video. Hope you guys like it. Trying to get out this intersection here, and that's gonna be it, man. If you liked it, please give me a like, subscribe for more. I'm gonna give you a send out to go. I'll holler at you later. Peace.